Ever since I was little, I had a huge passion for Japanese.
I find other cultures very interesting to learn about.
It was never a separation at home. We blended in and out of German all the time. And
I've studied Chinese, Japanese, Spanish, German, and French.
I think that China is where the future is going to be.
My iPhone's in Spanish, my Facebook's in Spanish. I have a Romance language keyboard so I can type in Spanish and French.
Language is really a window to the culture of that country or of that people.
The University of Oregon Global Scholars and Flagship Program is more than language and cultural immersion. It's an adventure, a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity to move beyond borders and the status quo.
Nowadays, we're trying to shift to a paradigm where you study literature, you study film, you study culture, you study geography.
You'll graduate as a duck, just like the rest of the flock.
All the things that young people are interested in today can exist as a discipline in other languages.
The difference is you'll be globally proficient. This is a unique place to study. Here, students find all the resources they need to succeed in our multilingual, fast-paced world.
I've really taken so much from the language classes here.
I really felt that this is something that can offer me real language experience. It's encouraged, to study linguistics, to study business, art, anything that you're interested in.
We study topics. So 1 week, a term might be economics.
We did speeches, we wrote essays. The entire class was conducted in Japanese.
Your Global Scholars classes will push you farther. You'll get more from your degree than you ever thought possible.
I'm so thankful that I chose the UO because it's really been the perfect university for me.
The Global Scholars and Flagship Program Capstone Year takes students off campus and out into the real world to learn, work, and live.
We have 250 study abroad programs for students.
For 3 months, I lived in the factory dorms.
My internship was in a hospital. I worked in Qingdao Municipal Hospital.
That was an incredible experience for me, just to be able to live with a host. I worked about 10 hours a day on a little goat farm and bakery. It was just the coolest experience.
And that experience, the ability to speak and think in another language, is just what employers are looking for, both here and abroad.
I ate what they ate. I lived on a hard bed, cold showers, broken refrigerator. Walked to work. I loved it.
You really get to immerse yourself in the culture and study alongside people who are natives.
To really live the language, vivir en la lengua, you have to see the community, see their struggles, go into the fields, see what they're doing there.
In England or India or China. And so we have a good counseling system that's set up to help students to plan for study abroad.
You really grow skills that you can apply to every area of your life.
Global Scholars is an experience that will change you forever.
I recommend that strongly, at least for 6 months to 9 months for someone who's serious about learning a language.
Within the Global Scholars Residence Hall, you'll find a host of language immersion programs designed by faculty that are leading experts on language immersion. This is where students first move beyond speaking and begin studying and learning in another language.
We're going to incorporate all the things that college students need to do every day and give them a chance to do that in their target language. Special menus, food-related events, a demonstration kitchen where we can have cooking classes, wonderful performance spaces, invited lectures, dances, concerts, sports events, music practice rooms. So everything that a student needs to do, not just for study, but also for living, just having a great time and in a really engaging environment, will be available in this new residence hall.
The goal is to create an environment where learning meets language meets life.
We didn't have anything like that, and that would have provided a huge advantage.
We think that it's going to be a really exciting, high-achieving group of students who will energize campus in general.
Put your finger anywhere on the map and go. Chances are you'll find exactly the kind of future you're looking for.
The world is a much smaller place today than it was 30 years ago.
It's important to study the background and the cultural history of individual countries and to understand where those cultures are coming from.
To have some understanding of what's happening outside of the borders of the U.S. is good for all of us.
And to be a global citizen, students need to command more languages than English.
Language, immersion, Education and social interaction are the keys.
We live in a diverse nation. We live in a diverse world.
Today, doing business in China for international trade is no different than doing it here in Eugene or in New York or maybe Brussels.
We're working with companies from a wide range of countries.
Each country has its own set of rules and regulations and cultural habits, even in the financial and accounting world. And so those things have to be learned.
Real companies, industries and non-profits want graduates who can think and problem solve in their language to help make a difference.
Being able to think in a high level in another language.
Students who are able to earn advanced degrees beyond the BA will be in high demand because international corporations are seeking students and employees who can navigate the complexities of international trade.
Finding a career where you're wanted and needed can be simple when you've lived, worked and studied in the language.
You need to have some rigorous training in order to speak another language well and understand the nuances, the slang, what it really means when somebody says something, because that changes the quality of the communication instantly.
The workforce of tomorrow is taking shape today.
What impressed me about them all is their high academic standards. They're really scholars.
What it tells me when I see that on someone's resume or when I see that that individual has that background is that they might have a different way of thinking or a different way of digesting information.
The fact that they're willing to go outside of their own environment to see and explore what's out there, I think speaks a lot to their general character.
You can be part of that movement to know more, learn more, and be more.
There's the what you want to do, but how you get it done is completely culturally dependent.
The Honours Level Global Scholars and Flagship Program is designed to immerse you in another culture, to build character, expand your opportunities and experience.
If I were to hire a U of O graduate, the first thing would be character.
The personal transformation is the most important part for me.
Having that multiple language discipline is definitely a differentiator in my mind.
The world is your classroom.
It really shaped who I am.
Never settle for less.
The whole experience was just game-changing.
I just would encourage students to take a look seriously at the programs such as the one that the University of Oregon offers.
One world, one common bond. Get more at the University of Oregon Global Scholars and Flagship Program.
Vivir en la lengua.
提供
umweltfreundlich
漏供
开放性
globalizar